beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on the, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Excellent. 319.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's fine. Yeah.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
319. Jumbo. Yeah, Liz. Jumbo. Show it.
Rodgers now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
319. Yeah, Liz. 319.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
319. 319.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. Get dropped in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
258.
Rodgers again now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. First carry for Darius Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Webb. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off play action, it's Webb. And this one's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Thompson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the bootleg, Webb. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Webb now from the gun. Now he steps away. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That's taken on the 25. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And it's taken in at the 9. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to go for it. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's a fumble. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on second down, here's Webb. That'll be caught right side by Reed. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Webb. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first and 10, Webb. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Webb. Josh Doxson's got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake. Now Webb. It's brought in by Dodson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Lutz now to kick this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
319. Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
319. Zoom.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And again, it's Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Webb. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Gone! Here we go now. Ooh, landed.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding him with no gain.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go, come on. Jump out. 319.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
319.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Webb to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down throw. Webb. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Webb ducks him with a grab over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it. I
don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Webb now. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's fine. Yeah.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already.
He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Gone!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Webb. The deep ball for Dotson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. What's good on the extra point, so they elect to decline it. And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Packers get set to go. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet. No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly. Sheds off the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut. So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels? Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Pass incomplete. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play. Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free. Yeah, live to fight another down, right? The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the...
He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Webb. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Webb, flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Started to look like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On first down, it's Webb. He's got Thompson here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 1st and 10, Webb. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
58. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers throwing here. And the grab by Croft. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
58.
Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit!
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Packers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.